All right, everybody, here are all the ingredients that I use for this delicious turkey Italian sausage tortellini soup. Check the description box below to find all the increments of measurements, all right? So let's get this ball rolling, y'all. Come on. All right, the first thing I did was diced up all my veggies, and then I sliced up my turkey Italian sausage. And it's gonna look just like that. Bam! Now let's add in our olive oil in our heated pot. This is probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and I'm cooking my veggies. And I wanna cook my veggies. I don't want them to be super tender right now because I'm gonna put my meat in there, but I'm gonna cook these veggies until they're kind of semi-tender. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then add in our garlic last because we don't want to burn our garlic. Burnt garlic is very strong. You don't want your garlic to burn, so I added that in last. Now I've let my veggies cook, and I'm adding in my Italian sausage, and we're going to cook that through. It's going to be so good, y'all. Just wait and see. Go with me now. Trust the process. Now the sausage is done, and I'm going to continue to cook this until my veggies get tender. All right, here's my chicken bouillon. If you don't have this, use what you got, baby. Now I'm adding in my little golden nugget, is what I call it. I mash it up before I put it in because I want it to get thoroughly incorporated into the dish, and it does that better being mashed as opposed to you just dropping it in whole. So, but do what you do. If you don't have it, use what you got. Now I'm adding in my onion powder, which is probably about a teaspoon of onion powder. And then we're going to add in some Italian seasoning, which is probably about a tablespoon, I would say, of Italian seasoning. You can use a little less if you don't like Italian seasoning that much. Garlic powder is about a half a teaspoon, just a half a teaspoon. If you want more, that's all up to you. Cooking is what you like and what you favor. So if you want more, do that. Diced tomatoes. And if you don't have diced tomatoes, you can use stewed tomatoes, but just make sure you mash up the stewed tomatoes. Or you can use crushed tomatoes. You want to make sure you have enough tomatoes to fill your pot. All right, so just do that and stir it around. Let that cook for a minute, and then it's time to add in your chicken broth, which I call the liquid gold. And I'm using about 6 to 8 cups of chicken broth because you're gonna need that. I'm starting out with 6 though, but I will most likely be using 8 because the tortellini is gonna need a little more broth in it. So I'm adding in about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then my basil, I have fresh basil, and I just tore it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna pour it, well not pour it, but put it in the dish and let it cook through. Now this is optional. If you don't want to use this Parmesan, you can bypass it, but it makes it so good. So go ahead and put that in there if you want. And now it's time to add in our little filled tortellinis. The ones I have are filled with cheese. I actually was looking for the ones with Italian sausage in it and cheese, but they didn't have them. So whatever you can find is what you use. And then I have a little Parmesan that I'm gonna sprinkle in. That's up to you. You don't have to put that in there either. You can just top it off when it's done. But I like to have it kind of cheesy. So I'm putting that in there, and we're gonna cook that through and let it just cook. And this is so quick and easy, guys. It's not gonna take you that long. And it's so delicious. All right, look at it. It looks good and it tastes good. Hey, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each time I drop a video. Love y'all. Be blessed.